as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Denver Broncos. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's Nix to throw right away. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Hey, look at the defense for these Texans. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Ready, go.
Throwing Nix. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
That's taken in by Franklin. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Broncos had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the 2 of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. McCaffrey is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. To throw is Nix. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they on the board first here this afternoon. Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. yard pass there to the 21. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes a little tread left on the tires.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Mixon with a first down carry. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 40 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. Again, it's Mixon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. When you look at this Bronco defense, they enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go. Tony.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant and keep throwing it around.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to, when you want to. That play call is working very well for them right now.
2nd and 9.
At the 35-yard line.
Here's Nix. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
At the 23-yard line.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Bombers. Oh, my shot. Captain, drill. Ready. 180. Hunt. Olay. Bombers. Captain.
Working out of the gun is Nix. Man, and he hits him in stride. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
2nd and 1 at the 14-yard line.
Hold on. Hey, we're going to do some drill. Ready. Olay.
Now it's Nix. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sutton. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good...
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are able to stretch out their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Texans 3. Will Lutz to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Got a man. It's Collins complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Inside handoff to Mixon. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Stroud looking to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They really look comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Ready? Ready. 2 jet.
Mixon running wide side. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside or they can really shred your defense.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a 2nd player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's got the lower center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Mixon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On second and goal, 1 man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. Mixon going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Third and goal, Stroud. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Kaimi Fairbairn out for the field goal try for the Texans. Fairbairn able to put this one through. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Nix to the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Nix from the shotgun. And this one complete again to Mims. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Ready.
They're going to get this outside. Oh, this could be a double pass. And this one nearly intercepted. That one might need to go back to the drawing board. Almost a disaster. It winds up just an incomplete pass, though. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw, here's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. First and 10. Again, he'll drop the throw. Nick's going to keep this, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And he returns this to the 22. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Well, it's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 45 yards. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is first and 10 right now. Mixing up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That good for 19 on a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Stroud. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Travis Kelce from 6 yards away. And the Texans are back within a score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
But on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my bass compressor. Ground
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's another Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
He'll get back complete to Franklin. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Brings up second and 3.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 3. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Back to throw. Nix. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. I think you would agree. Just a good decision right there. Goes for the safe play, gets some yardage out of it.
And showed some toughness as well. As you noted, he stayed right in there.
So, touchdown! Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Broncos 24, Texans 13.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Stroud to throw it. To Mixon on the check down. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Now Stroud taking a shot for down here. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
They're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here's a give to Mixon. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. 60 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Here we go.
Here's Stroud. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. Ooh, the juke. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. A two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, let's go. 18. What's that?
Stroud out of the gun here. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Stroud wants to change it up with an audible.
Under.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. What's good on the extra point? And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Broncos 31, Texans 21.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, when they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter, this drive becomes very critical. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. 2 Stroud sets up the play action. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. And Stroud now to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Hands it off out of the gun. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
On the quick.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. Now he's free at the 35. Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Open man right side is Ingram. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Ready.
They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Touchdown, Broncos. Christian McCaffrey with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Broncos are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline to talk over what to do next. 3rd and 5.
Almost set. Hey, Olay, Olay, Olay. Olay, Olay, Olay. Olay, Olay, Olay. Oh, Joe. Captain.
Throwing Nix. And it'll find the open man. That's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now it looks like he'll throw here to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
Here's Nix. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Broncos add 6 to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Here we go.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
First down.
And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. 2nd and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.